I think the concept for Creavalle, it definitely started at one place, and as time progressed, it just kept on graduating to art, various forms of media, clothes, kind of what it is today. It started off really simple, so from there, to what it is today, it's definitely grown a lot. My partners are Stephen Creavalle, my cousin. He's been around the brand since, its inception. My other partner is Ashton Morgan. We obviously met playing in Toronto together and formed a really close relationship on the pitch, off the pitch, and he was around, forming the identity of Creavalle and what it looks like today. He showed me a lot about the city and a lot about style, and I really value his opinion about, the various aesthetics that, Creavalle looks like. I plan pop-up shops during the season based on our schedule. We get our schedule, at the top of the year, and I have a scan and kind of build around that availability, and also whenever we'll have some project complete, because we don't really have certain projects just sitting around waiting to push out. It's kind of release as they're ready kind of thing. So all the pop-ups have different themes, and this one in particular was based on the idea of transience, and the next one I'm sure will be a bit different. It went really well. A lot of the boys on the team came out and showed love. The Philly community showed a lot of love as well, and the guys from P's and Q's put us in a good position. Being at in an already established boutique and at that location on South Street, it was a really good experience. The inspiration behind a lot of the artwork is, it can be very random. A lot of it is, what I come across. Sometimes I'm looking for something specific. It can come in a magazine. It can come, from a movie or a show or whatever. I think inspiration can strike at any time, and I try to have my camera on me, as much as possible to create, and build from there. We use the phrase "l'équipe à domicile," one, because it's a team, and none of this really works without all the parts coming together, like any team. So that's one, and two, it's really a reminder to kind of feel comfortable wherever we go. So kind of feel like you're the home team wherever you are. Obviously, your game is at its highest, and you have the crowd behind you and giving you that extra energy. The message of soccer players are more than soccer players is important to me, because my relationships, how I treat people, I think that's more of a definition of my character rather than my occupation or whatever I do, whatever brand I create on the side. I think that's the importance to me. Running the brand and being a professional soccer player during the season, based on time and energy, I think those are the two main things. Growing up, you always had that balance of school and playing, so it wasn't such a new thing to me to kind of always have something balancing me, on the field, off the field. A lot of conversations with various people. I have a handful of friends that have their own brands or have their own establishment, and just picking their brains about different things, just to kind of grasp that aspect. To players that might have passions and might be scared to take that leap, I would obviously say go for it. I think one thing that we're caught up with in this generation is how we're perceived and what our story looks like. Everybody wants to be perfect from the start, and I think you can't be afraid to grow in front of people. Start working on whatever it is you're working on, put it out, let the people see your progress, and that's what's real and that's what people can relate to.